All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about something that is absolutely essential for every single nail professional out there: nail disorders and diseases. And look, this isn't just about passing your exams. This is about real-world safety, protecting your clients, your license, and building a career you can be incredibly proud of. We're going to start with what is, without a doubt, the golden rule. This quote from the Louisville Beauty Academy is everything. Seriously, think of this one sentence as your career's ultimate safety net. It protects you, it protects your client. It's the absolute foundation of being a pro. Let this be your guide in everything you do. So why do we need to hammer this home so much? Because every single day, you're going to face situations where you have to make a call. And knowing how to make the right call, well, that's what takes you from being a good technician to a truly great one. It's what keeps everybody safe. Think about it like this. This knowledge is your professional shield. It's what stops you from accidentally spreading an infection. It protects your license from any kind of legal trouble. And you know what? It builds unbelievable trust when a client sees you know exactly when to say, "You should probably see a doctor about that." Okay, this brings us to a point that is just so crucial: your professional boundaries. There's a bright, clear line in the sand that you can never, ever cross. You are a highly skilled beauty professional, but you are not a medical provider. Getting that distinction right is absolutely key. And look, this slide right here, it's gold, because it gives you the exact language to use. You observe things. You do not diagnose them. You identify signs that mean you need to stop. You don't treat or cure anything. Using these words isn't just about sounding professional. It's what keeps you safely within your legal scope of practice. Okay, so let's get into the conditions where you can go ahead with the service, but you've got to do it with a gentle, informed approach. You can think of these as yellow light situations. You slow down, you're cautious, and you talk to your client about it. First up is on chirorrhexis, which you're going to see all the time. These are just brittle nails that are prone to splitting and cracking. And here's a little memory trick from LBA. Rhexis kind of sounds like brakes, right? For these clients, the key is just gentle handling. Maybe use a finer grit file, and always recommend a good cuticle oil. And here is exactly what you can say to your client. It's simple, it's professional, and it shows you're paying attention to their specific needs without making any medical claims. This is how you build that rock-solid client trust. Next is leukonychia, another one you'll see constantly. These are just those little white spots, usually from a minor bump or knock to the nail. The LBA tip is great here too. Leuco just means white. These are totally harmless and they'll just grow out with the nail. You can confidently tell your client it's nothing to worry about. And finally, in our Proceed with Care section, we've got eggshell nails. I mean, the name pretty much says it all, doesn't it? These nails are thin, soft, and super fragile. Your main job here is to avoid any heavy pressure. Use a really light touch when you file, and definitely skip any aggressive buffing. All right, now for the most critical section, the absolute red lights. When you see any of these signs, the service stops, period. No exceptions. This is the moment you switch from being a nail technician to being a client safety advocate. And yep, we're back to our golden rule. This is your mantra for this whole category. If you have any hesitation, any doubt at all, the answer is always no. You stop the service and you refer them out. First up, onychomycosis. That LBA tip is your best friend here. Myco means fungus. So if you see a nail that's looking discolored, like yellow or brown, and is getting thick and crumbly, that's a major red flag. This is a non-negotiable stop. You cannot work on this nail. And here is your script. Now, I want you to notice the really careful wording, fungal-like symptoms. See that? You aren't diagnosing, you're simply observing what you see and making a safe professional referral. That is the correct and legally sound way to handle it. Next up, paronychia. This is basically any inflammation of the skin around the nail. If the area looks red, swollen, or feels warm, nope, the service has to stop immediately. Any sign of infection is an absolute contraindication. Next is onychocryptosis, which is just a fancy term for a common ingrown nail. And the tip here, crypto meaning hidden, is great. But here's the bottom line. Trying to fix or dig out an ingrown nail is way outside your scope of practice. In many places, it's actually illegal for a nail tech to even try. You just don't touch it. And the script is super direct and clear. You just say what you see, that it looks like an ingrown nail, and then you make that necessary referral. No more, no less. Perfect. And finally, melanonychia. Melano means pigment. This is a dark streak or line in the nail. Now look, most of the time this is completely harmless, but it can also be a sign of something very serious. And because there is no way for you to know which it is, you must refer the client to a doctor to get it checked out. So we've walked through the green lights and the hard stop red lights. Now let's pull it all together into a simple, effective action plan that you can use every single day at your station. So let's just make this crystal clear. What are the universal red flags? The signs that mean stop, right now, no questions asked. Committing these to memory is going to make you a faster, safer, and way more confident professional. Here they are. This is your checklist. Burn this into your brain. Any sign of swelling, redness, bleeding, or any kind of open skin, you stop. Any fungus-like discoloration, you stop. If the client feels pain when you touch it or the nail plate looks thick and crumbly, the decision is already made for you. The service stops. And this sentence right here, this is your universal safety script. It's polite, it's professional, it's firm, and it puts the client's well-being first. This one sentence protects everybody involved. Memorize it, practice saying it, and don't ever hesitate to use it. Remember, the whole reason you're learning these big, scary-sounding words isn't to make you nervous or turn you into a doctor. It's the exact opposite. It's to empower you, to give you the confidence so you know you are providing the best and, more importantly, the safest service possible for every single client. And we'll end with this powerful message from the Louisville Beauty Academy. Yes, you can recognize danger. Yes, you can protect your clients. And yes, you can get licensed and build a career that you can be truly, deeply proud of. Thanks for tuning into this explainer.